So a couple years ago, I broke my calculator case, probably due to some poor packing habits and constantly dropping it on the floor. So I ended up fixing it temporarily with some tape, and yeah, you can see some cracks here, and you can see a big crack here, and then you can see that this is very flimsy, and this does not um, look. Just look how poor like this thing is. This does not support my calculator. All right, so right about a year when this was breaking, we decided to get a 3D printer, flash forward 85X, yeah, and then I started prototyping on Fusion 360 a calculator case because I obviously needed one, and this is, quite frankly, garbage. So I started experimenting with PLA Plus at first, and over that time I started developing some ideas, sketches of what my calculator case will look like. I obviously base it off this one because because it has some very special grooves which fit very well onto the one on the actual calculator. So as you can see, I did some measuring on this. You can see that this is not very well drawn side profile because the surface is curved, right? So it's quite difficult to get uh, a 2D profile on a surface with curves uh, along the third dimension. So I made some really rough calculations with rule, um, and then I decided that I needed some more advanced tools. So we went ahead and we got a caliper, an electronic caliper. This I think is very useful because not only can it measure length, it can also measure the distance of a hole, and it can measure depth as well. So, and it's electronic, so it's much more accurate than the normal ones. And then I also did some prototyping on having a stand built in with the calculator case. As you can see here, uh, uh, some ideas which I had was I would have a sort of hinge here, and there would be a fold out case, not case, sort of stand. So that solves the problem of having to lean your calculator case on something like your bottle or a pencil case. Um, then I did some prototyping on the actual stand. I spent a lot of time on this. I'm not sure why, but here I've got a photo of it and made some evaluation on it. Yeah, looking back, my work is actually very messy. I made some other prototypes and yeah, that didn't go very well either. You can pause if you want to have a look at these, and then when we got the caliper, which is this one, we made some more accurate measurements with that, and I keep clicking through the wrong pages. And then we went ahead and built it in CAD, and then we printed the first model, which is this one. I thought that I did it quite well because I absolutely nailed this part, like this sort of groove which slides into the calculator, and I also thought that these edges were done quite professionally, as you can see right here, right? And then yeah, I named this Mark 1 because I thought it would be a cool allusion to the Iron Man sort of franchise where he names his suits Mark 1, Mark 2, all the way to Mark 55 or something. And then after that, uh, we realized that this does not slide in because this was just a tad too narrow, and it couldn't fit the width of this. So I like no matter how I push it, it always like never slides perfectly in there. So the second prototype, Mark 1.1, fixed that issue because it's just a tad wider, and yeah, this one worked really perfectly because you can see you slide it, it makes a satisfying sound, right? And then this does not come loose. Again, same for the other side, right? So yeah, I thought this was like a nice project because because it utilizes some skills which I've learned in CAD software, and it explores 3D printing. Yeah.